Hi guys, welcome to my September anime pickups. This is part 2 of the Mega Haul. I waited a little while. I know I promised to show the NIS sets that will be in this video about 3 days after I did the last one, but the last pickups. But I decided to wait and just do it all in one video rather than put out 3 pickup videos for 1 month. But there's some other stuff as well, quite a bit of other stuff actually. So let's get into it. One thing I picked up. Glass Fleet, the complete collection from Funimation. Some of you with amazing memories and have watched my videos perhaps too much might remember that I bought the art box release for this show, and I had 5 out of the 6 volumes for it. I've sold that now. I've moved that on in the collection to, like I said, save space. One of the things I'm doing now. Yeah, it was a really nice art box. I haven't seen the show yet, so I hope I don't actually end up really liking it because the art box is now gone. It's not hard to replace, but it'd be annoying if I ended up wanting the art box because I like the show so much. But anyway, like I said, I haven't seen it. I picked up the kind of complete collection from Funimation. This is the Save edition technically, but it doesn't have any of the Save branding. It was obviously probably just a sticker that was on the thing. You know, the way they should do it, but they don't anymore. But anyway, yeah, the complete collection. I'm hoping this is a good show, as always, since I spend money on it. Okay, next up I got 12 Kingdoms Part 2 on Blu-ray, which we're with Part 1 and Part 3 that I picked up last time. Gives me the complete collection. 10 Blu-rays, fantastic transfer from Media Blasters. You know, I've given them some harsh words over the time, but that's a good release. 12 Kingdoms is a nice release. Okay, next up, let's have a look at these. I've been really enjoying and have finished Lupin III, The Tale of Fujiko Mine. I thought it was a great series. It was my first experience of anything Lupin III, and I really liked it. And I know it's a great departure from what Lupin is normally like in terms of its style and tone, but I like the characters, and I'm pretty sure that Fujiko Mine isn't quite the femme fatale that she is in her own series, is what I'll call it, compared to what she probably is like in the rest of the franchise, at least in most cases. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to see more. And these popped up on eBay. I was like, well, these are quite hard to get hold of. Like they're not easy to get hold of. They're not normally this cheap. So I bidded on them, and I won them at a really good price of only £25, I think it was. Which for 10 movies, that's what you get in this. You get 10 movies. I think it's a great deal. Essentially £2.50 a movie. So yeah, really good deal. So you get the 5 movies in the first haul and 5 movies in the final haul. I think it's quite interesting that so much of Lupin is like spread out over different companies. Like Funimation did these 10 movies, and now they've done Fujiko Mine. Discotek have a bunch of like the more standout movies, as it were, like The Secret of Mamo and stuff, or Mamo, whatever. And they've also done the original series. Genium back in the day tried to put out Lupin the second series. They didn't quite finish all of it, but it's interesting to me that like the franchise is so spread out. You don't tend to see that, like you don't see, for example, Dragon Ball Z and then with Funimation, Dragon Ball with ADV or something, and that didn't happen. So I found it quite interesting that Lupin's seemingly so spread out. But anyway, I'm hoping these are good. Like I know, I think one of you in the comments of the last video said that the Lupin franchise, you might know, I might have seen this somewhere else, but I think someone did, said that the Lupin franchise is kind of, each thing is its own like universe, like its own story. There's no continuity. It's kind of like that. These are the characters that's established, and we can tell unique stories every single time. So yeah, that's essentially what happened in Fujiko Mine. And I imagine this is what tends to happen in the movies, perhaps not so dramatically. But you know, each series is its own thing rather than continuity. But yeah, I got those. Moving on, let's have a look at some Sentai Filmworks stuff. I picked up Psychic Detective Yakimo. Cool sounding series, some sort of murder detective. I believe. Please don't knock the camera off. It's the third time I'm filming this because this is the furthest I've got because I keep knocking the camera off. Anyway, whatever. See, I don't know. I think it's like ghosts and self-censored psychic detective. Yeah, like some sort of thing. I don't know. It looked cool. Like, I really like the character designs. I love the box for this one. It's made by B Train. It did Phantom. Requiem of the Phantom, which is a fantastic show. So I think that's one of the few B Train shows I've seen, and I liked it. So I was willing to give this one a shot. And I really like the character design stuff. Apart from maybe this guy having two different coloured pupils, I've always not been a fan of that at all. But yeah. Anyway, let's quickly show the inside for you guys. So 3 discs. It seems to be something that Sentai Filmworks are doing more often with their 12 episode series. They put them out on 3, which gives a nicer bit rate, which is cool. For example, they didn't always do that. Here's the example. This is Titania. This is quite an old release from Sentai Filmworks now. I think they put this out really back in their very early beginnings. This was one of the first few shows they put out. It's kind of, from what I've seen, it's a almost male fan service. That sounds wrong. I suppose it's female fan service in a way, but it's, you know, you got like all the cute boys or whatever in space. But they're going to be doing Legend. It's supposed to be like Legend of the Galactic Heroes, so lots of politics, lots of war, lots of strategy. I don't know if it's going to be any good because I don't know. It could be really boring with just a lot of political talk and not much action. I doubt there is much action. I don't know. It just, I like the character designs again and stuff, and I thought I'd give it a go because I got it at a cheap price. So yeah, Titania. This one, this 2. Part 2. So yeah, complete 26 episode series of Titania. This I actually had last time and I forgot to show. This is One Piece Season 5 Voyage 2. It's just another voyage of One Piece. This continues Enies Lobby, and it will have the speech. I'm pretty sure Robin's famous words in it will be in this one, which is cool. Enies Lobby, as I've already said, is my favourite arc. I actually haven't started the English version of Enies Lobby yet, but I have plans to, so it should be cool. So yeah, that's that. Next up is pretty cool. It's the first box set of Sword Art Online on Blu-ray. This is coming out in the UK for a cheap price, just like Madoka Magica did. It's not going to be quite as cheap as Madoka Magica. It's coming out in 4 parts, which I think will be about £25 each, around that range. This cost what probably just all 3 of those would cost, and this is only 1 part. The UK release will be 4 parts. This will be 4 parts, but this was 3 times as much, just 1 part. So yeah, I'm crazy, but I'm a sucker for some really nice packaging. And I actually haven't seen Sword Art Online. I know the second part's not meant to be as good as the first, so much so that they're redoing the second part at the moment, like adding extra stuff to it. I think to make it better, maybe. I'm not quite sure, but I really have heard so many positive things about this, and it's one of those shows that, like Steins Gate, like Madoka Magica, that was really huge, like Attack on Titan is now. It's just one of those shows that really was a touchdown sort of thing within the anime community, and everyone was talking about it, and I haven't seen it, so I figured it's expensive. It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm willing to go for it. So yeah, this is, if you want to see an unboxing release of this, many people have done one. I'll put a link to the one that I watched, because I think that's the nicest thing to do. But yeah, that's Sword Art Online. Okay, now we've got the free NIS premium editions, and then we're done. Okay, Daily Lives of High School Boys. This is a great random, like almost gag comedy, essentially. Put out by Sunrise. I was initially a bit worried about the Sunrise thing. I thought it might be a bunch of like in-jokes like Gundam and stuff, especially when you watch the opening like 30 seconds or something. There's a Gundam joke straight away. I was like, oh, wait a minute, this could be a problem. But as it turns out, it wasn't a problem. It's not full of in-jokes like Sunrise stuff. or Square Enix, as it happens, since they're also tied into the project. But this is a fantastically funny show. I haven't finished watching it because I'm kind of savouring it. I'm watching just an episode every couple of days, or more even, because I found when I started marathoning the early episodes, as much as I was laughing, I found myself laughing less and less. I didn't think it was because the jokes were less funny, it was just because the way this show is structured, where it's got like 3-minute scenes for the entire episode until it's over, so about 7 scenes an episode, if not, more or less, around that range. So it's just gags basically, and they're really, really funny, based around these characters. It's a fantastic series, but yeah, I would recommend, or maybe not recommend because it's up to you, but that was the experience I had. I found it better to just stretch it out. I'm still doing. I'm going to watch another episode today, if not 2. But yeah, Daily Lives of High School Boys from NIS. Put out on Blu-ray. One cool thing to note is it's a region-free release. It's only Blu-ray, so there's no DVDs, but you can watch it in any zone. It's A, B, and C. It's weird how that happens sometimes, but yeah, every zone is available on this release, so you can get it and watch it anywhere. So yeah, Daily Lives of High School Boys. And finally, I picked up part 1 of Hanasaka Iroha, or is it Blossoms for Tomorrow? Yeah. It's supposed to be a very slightly emotional slice of life story, like coming of age sort of thing for this character here. Something tragic happens in her life, I believe, or around something like that, and she ends up working at a hot spring place, I believe, or something like that, for some distant relative. And essentially, yeah, it's her getting her life together, or something along those lines. I haven't, as you can tell from my vague description, I'm not 100% sure. All I know is it's very well rated and looks good, and I believe I'd probably enjoy it. And I want to pick up everything at NIS anyway, but yeah, this is part 1, we'll move that out of the way. And I also picked up part 2, which is weirdly landscape rather than portrait, so it's kind of like a weird combination there, but yeah, there's part 2. My voice is going, so I'm pretty much going to stop. If you guys want to see what the innards of these sets are, go and look on YouTube for an unboxing, because there will be one. So that's everything I picked up for the month of September 2013. It was a crazy, crazy month. But the craziness isn't going to quite end. Next month, I'm buying new furniture. I've been saying this for a while. It's actually going to happen. So I'm going to stop selling stuff right now, because I feel like once I bought the new furniture, I've got it all in place, I can then decide, right, am I happy with the way it looks now, or do I want to keep restructuring the collection as such? But I also picked up a very rare release. I was very unsure about whether to buy it or not, because it's a very short thing. It's like only about 50 minutes long or something, but it's an extremely rare release. It's like probably right up there in like the top 3 rarest anime releases ever in America. Like, it's almost impossible to find. And I saw it and I kind of thought, well, do I really want it? It is only like a short thing. It's kind of expensive, and it's something that isn't exactly worth the price per se. It's never gonna justify the price when I watch it. I know it's not, because it's not long enough. Sort of thing. But I decided to buy it because I thought, well, I have the money right now because of the stuff I've sold. I still had some money left, and it was this is like probably one of the few chances I'll ever get to own this. And if I decide that in the end it was too expensive a thing, chances are I could probably sell it on for a profit, because I got it at a pretty good price. It's still a little bit expensive. It was $99, but anyway, you'll see that. I'm going to do an unboxing of it. It'll probably be a very short unboxing because it is just a normal keep case, but it's a very rare thing, and something that it's a cool thing to own, so I'm very excited about owning it. It should be here relatively soon, so I'll be sharing that with you within the week, maybe, I hope. And then there'll be the October pickups. I'll show you guys the furniture when I'm done sorting everything, and yeah, that's it. So I'm going to stop talking now. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye, Poyo. That sounded so weird.